playing.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anyone's from Detroit here. Anybody from Detroit?
Yeah, everybody was,
Okay. All right. Well, look, you got your win last Sunday, so let us have this Wednesday.
yeah, geez. That was bad.
You guys had a good year.
Woo! Woo! Get her.
And I know for most of most of the Canadians here, you have absolutely no idea what we're talking about because hockey season started. Yeah, no, we have a crew that doesn't let us forget that.
And then you know the hockey game's on because as soon as it's about 5 o'clock and we're still shooting, the crew starts looking at you with like zero patience. They're like, we called you in your trailer like 5 minutes ago, because they want to get out, they want to like get back.
Or everyone was doing this.
Roll camera. Watching the live stream. So how are you liking the season? Specifically, questions, answers? All right. Are y'all surprised about what's going on?
Yes.
Well, I'm liking it. You know what? I didn't know how to react to it before we watched it because it kind of, since Jensen wants to direct, we always start with his episodes. So we started a few. I remember when I got to set the first day, Jensen's like, "All right, we're gonna look off into the corner. You'll find out later, like in 2 episodes." It's like, well, I don't know what I'm doing. It's like we read the first 2 scripts. So, but it worked. Having seen it, obviously, in capable hands. So I'm enjoying it so far. It's nice to.
It feels more like a supernatural, like an old, right? Old.
Yeah.
I remember way back when. No, it feels like we're getting back to that original formula. Which I like. Not having to do with soulless sand.
Yeah, that was like hand sand. So what am I doing?
That's right, I remember. You're like, so explain to me this whole thing. I'm like, I don't know.
Just look up in the corner and kiss her hand. Just and then I love, and it's kind of, I don't want to ruin anything because it's kind of recurring through the season, but all that Sam and Dean have gone through for the 7 years, and now Sam's got like a little boo-boo on his hand. He's like scratched in the face, I've died. Like,
We should like look like Dr. Benton. And a patchwork of skin.
in all reality, we used to joke that there was the CW whiteness because we have like huge gashes on our face.
That
The
would
next
tell you
episode, we like freshly shaven. CW whiteness. All right, we're fine. But I guess we ran out because my hand.
apparently.
And then I keep forgetting, and I guess I'm very hand gesturing this season. Not Sam, but Jared, because I keep finding myself going like this, and they'll be like, all right, we gotta go again. Jared showed his hand, and there's no scar. It's like, well, I'll just keep my,
Although I will say that Dean's leg recovery was incredible.
He gets a broken leg, and he's like, all right, gotta go. And he comes to me, and I'm like, wait. I guess so. Now, baby, quite literally. A hand of all things. It could have been a gunshot or something. How about Misha in episode 1? I was saying that he was yelling at me. I was so scared. Man. I was telling him we usually do like each character kind of gets an episode of the season that's really specifically about them. I was like, this is the first time I've been impressed. Very joking. I said this to Misha. Obviously, he's wonderful. He's wearing, did y'all see him last night?
Yeah.
What was it? Karaoke? What was it?
Cocktail party.
Was it in here?
Yes.
There were lots of cocktails.
Yeah.
I'd make a terrible rock star. First off, when Mike Sands barely gets him,
You would be like, how's everybody doing in Toronto?
Yeah.
Woo!
All right, now you're a rock star.
We went to, a few weekends ago, Pearl Jam was in Vancouver, so we went and saw him. And I was so impressed. I mean, he's better, for God's sake. But still, he's like grabbing mic stands and smashing them and stuff. He walks on stage with 2 bottles of wine that have been opened and then the cork stuck in. It's like, I love the man. Will you marry me?
Which if it wasn't, 6:30 our time, we might have done it this morning.
Yeah.
But,
Going better.
I wish that I've never seen Jared fangirl out like he did. No, I'm not kidding. We got backstage, and I had to leave. I was like, I can't watch this. I mean, Jared's like,
Wait, Jensen, stand over here. I can look right over your shoulder.
who was it?
It was Mike McCready.
Mike McCready, the guitar player. And finally was, dude, just go talk to him. Okay. What'd you say?
I walked in, I don't know. I think he was scared by my profuse sweating. I think it was something like this.
I'm going to get you a towel. Go say hi to him. Come back, dry you off.
Well, I walked in and we walk in backstage. I don't expect to see him because it's before they go on. And McCready's there. I'm like, oh my God, like, I've been listening to you for 20 years. But I kind of didn't say anything, but I started squeezing Jen's hand real hard.
Jensen. We're not holding hands. If I was standing next to him, I'm sure he would have grabbed it and started squeezing.
But I started
He's
squeezing
gonna
her
be
hand.
anybody.
I didn't realize it though. She was like, baby, what? You distracted me looking at Mike McCready. I think I went up, I was like, and Cliffy was there, and he's like, dude, I'm sure he's just talking to people. He's like, I don't know, man, I don't know. So I finally walked up, and I think it went something like this. Mike? I walked away, and I was like, man, I always hoped I wouldn't Meanwhile, I met like Tom Hanks and Johnny Depp. I met a lot of my actor idols. Worked with Peter O'Toole, but Mike McCready, I was like,
It was precious. I had to leave the room. I couldn't stay there for this.
there are a few moments that catch you off guard where you're like, oh, I can imagine how that'll happen. And also, it happened once when we were shooting with Sebastian. I think they into the gag reel. Has anybody seen the gag reel season 6? Is there a part where there's a bowl of blood on the couch? Yes. I was this far away.
All he had to do was just this. And it would have stopped the bowl of blood from pouring all over the couch and all over the set and taking 30 minutes to clean up. All he would have to do was just, oh, it's falling on the sketch. But instead he does this. And I was 2 steps away, and I
Everyone like,
and he just looked at me and goes, I always hoped I wouldn't react like that.
very skittish.
Precious.
Well, while y'all have us, anybody got to say or ask anything? I'm sure. Yes. You with the hand.
I guess some of us were on the cruise with Misha on Friday, so we missed the episode.
Did you lose a bet or something? I don't anybody want to be on. No, Alright, so you were on a boat ride. And what was the question?
More of a comment of like, I'm just gonna whatever you guys start talking about.
So we're gonna throw in random.
Oh, so you didn't see the show?
Yeah, so-
Oh, that's great. Thanks. The one I directed, that's the one you decided. I'm going on a boat ride with Misha.
Misha scheduled the boat ride so that they have to miss your show. Who else hasn't caught up? Have you caught up?
We didn't go on the boat ride with Misha because we wanted to watch the show.
Ah, see? I'm behind that.
Let's download the episode.
Legally, I hope. Touche. What's going on, man?
You guys have the Apollo where you know the scenes fly by your country roads. You ever just take it out and just around it and burn it and stuff like that?
There was one part.
Oh, it's a touchy subject.
Well, we're finally fixing up on the Impalas pretty nicely. For years, we've been wanting them for more and more. Because the Impala you hear isn't the Impala that we hear. They make it sound better than it is. There was one time in season 1 where we took it. They called us for lunch. They were like, "All right, we're checking the gates. You can go to lunch." And Jensen was like, "All right, we'll drive ourselves to lunch." So we took it. We ended up in this gravel parking lot doing donuts. After doing donuts, we see this poor PA like jumping for cover. We're like, "What's wrong with him?" We're like 30 feet away from him, and then we look behind the car. We realize that we're shooting rocks. And so the guy's trying to run, like toss us down, and then protect himself.
And so I sped it up and kept doing it. So I'm gonna get it. Yeah, we've been fighting for, we've got about 5 cars. And they all, one's, kind of squished up, one's, we use it for different, there's an insert car, there's one that I drive, there's one that stunt double drives.
There's one that you can take the roof off, you can take the doors off.
So, there's ones for specific purposes, but there was never one that was really amazing, like a car that you put, that you really want to take out of the garage or stuff like that. So, a few of us kind of fought for the studio and the network to really make a showroom car, something that you're proud to drive.
Yeah, some guys just showed up there with one with the exact same drive.
Oh, who's this?
Yesterday.
That looks good.
He's here?
So
He's out of the car singing.
we've got one right now that's being overhauled. It's getting, Cliffy, what's the engine we got put in it?
502 big block.
502 big block, about 600 horsepower. Just a little improvement.
We've been biding our time waiting for like an 800 horsepower car. Really crazy. Look, we're trustworthy, we're fine. Put a huge.
And like performance headers and the disc brakes, like the whole, it's gonna be an awesome car. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.